Time moves for all of us, a relentless river, constantly flowing, carrying us from birth to death. It shapes our lives, dictates our experiences, and ultimately defines our existence. We are all passengers on this river, moving ever forward. But what if, for some, that river simply stopped flowing? What if the current ceased, the water stilled, and time itself stood frozen? What if a person could step out of the flow of time, their body held in perfect stillness, untouched by the ravages of age and decay, waiting patiently, silently, for us to find them thousands of years later, buried beneath layers of earth and forgotten history? These are the undying bodies, men, women, and children from all walks of life, frozen in a single moment, a snapshot of a life lived long ago, silent witnesses to worlds we can only imagine, cultures that have risen and fallen, stories that have been lost to the sands of time. They didn't choose this fate. They didn't ask to be preserved for eternity. Nature, ice, sand, or water, caught them unexpectedly in a cruel twist of fate, and yet, in that very act, granted them a strange form of immortality. Yet, in their stillness they offer us an unbroken thread to the past, a tangible link to our ancestors. We can look into their faces, study their features, see their clothes, examine the fabrics they wore, even discover their last meal, gaining insights into their daily lives. It's a connection so real, so visceral, it challenges our understanding of life and death, blurring the lines between the present and the distant past. How can flesh and bone defy decay for so long? How can these bodies remain so intact after centuries, even millennia? What forces preserve a human being for millennia, resisting the natural processes of decomposition and returning to the earth? Imagine walking through a museum, surrounded by artifacts and relics of bygone eras, and coming face to face with someone who lived 5,000 years ago. A person who walked the earth when the pyramids were still being built, their skin, hair, even tattoos still visible, telling stories of their lives and beliefs. They're not statues or paintings, mere representations of the past. They're people just like us who experienced love, loss, joy, and sorrow. These preserved bodies force us to ask fundamental questions about our own mortality and place in the grand scheme of things. Who were they? What were their dreams, their hopes, their fears? As we journey into this mystery, we'll meet these remarkable individuals, these silent storytellers of the past. From the Alps, where icy glaciers have preserved ancient travelers, the deserts of Egypt, where the dry heat has mummified pharaohs and commoners alike, to the bogs of northern Europe, where the acidic waters have preserved bodies in astonishing detail. Each place holds its own secrets, its own unique set of circumstances that allowed time to stand still. By listening closely, by studying these remarkable remains, we can almost hear their voices echoing across the centuries, whispering tales of their lives, telling us who we were, and perhaps more importantly, who we are, connected by an unbroken thread of humanity that stretches across the ages. High in the Ötztal Alps, where the air is thin and the peaks pierce the sky, a secret lay dormant, a silent witness kept frozen for over 5,000 years. The relentless march of time seemed to pause within the icy grip of the glacier. In 1991, a chance discovery occurred. Two hikers, venturing through this rugged terrain, stumbled upon something extraordinary, a human body. It was emerging from a melting glacier, a consequence of our changing climate, revealing secrets long hidden beneath the ice. This was Ötzi the Iceman, a name that would soon echo through the halls of archaeology. He is Europe's oldest known natural mummy, a remarkable find that rewrites our understanding of the past. He lived and died around 3300 BC, a time when copper was a new and valuable technology. His death was likely violent, caused by an arrow wound, a grim reminder of the dangers of his time. Almost immediately after his death, he was quickly encased in ice, a natural deep freeze that would preserve him for millennia. The glacier's deep freeze acted as a perfect time capsule, preserving not only his bones but also his skin, organs and muscles, an unprecedented level of preservation. This natural mummification halted decay, offering a unique window into the past. Ötzi's life is frozen in incredible detail, allowing researchers to piece together his world. He wore meticulously crafted animal skin clothing, tailored for survival in the harsh alpine environment. He carried a copper axe, a symbol of status and a vital tool for survival. He also carried a longbow, unfinished arrows and flint tools, essential for hunting and crafting. Even his tattoos remain, a series of lines and crosses etched into his skin. These tattoos may have served as ancient acupuncture for arthritis, offering relief from the aches and pains of a hard life. Looking at Otzi is like peering through a window, a portal to another time. It's a glimpse into a forgotten era, a world vastly different from our own, yet connected by the threads of human experience. His body reveals a hard life, marked by the challenges of survival in a prehistoric world. Healed fractures tell tales of past accidents, and evidence of disease reveals the health challenges he faced. But his belongings also speak of ingenuity and resilience, a testament to the human spirit's ability to adapt and overcome. He was a survivor, a man who thrived in a challenging environment. He was well equipped for the harsh mountains, possessing the tools and knowledge necessary to endure. Otzi is not just a mummy, a scientific curiosity, he's a person, an individual who lived, breathed, and experienced the world. He's a silent teacher, offering invaluable lessons about our past. He comes from a world we thought was lost, a world now brought vividly to life through his discovery. His discovery is a time capsule, a perfectly preserved snapshot of a life lived over 5,000 years ago. It's connecting us directly to the Copper Age, allowing us to walk in the footsteps of our ancestors. Through him, we learn about ancient technology, the ingenuity of early humans in crafting tools and adapting to their environment. We gain insights into their health, their daily struggles, and the challenges they faced in a world without modern comforts. Otzi's story is a rare, personal glimpse, a chance to connect with an individual from the distant past. It's a profound reminder of our shared humanity and a window into humanity's distant past, offering invaluable lessons for the present and future. Now, from the cold mountains to the heat of the desert, ancient Egyptians mastered mummification not by accident but as a sacred art. They believed preserving the body was essential for the soul's journey into the afterlife. Priests removed organs, dried the body with natron salt, then wrapped it in linen, placing amulets and spells between the layers. The finished mummy was laid in a tomb filled with everything needed for eternity. These mummies are more than preserved bodies. They're a library of information about one of history's greatest civilizations. Modern technology lets us study their health and diet, and even reconstruct their faces. Egyptian mummies are a testament to a culture obsessed with eternity. They embody a powerful belief in life after death, a silent monument to humanity's desire to live forever. In the misty bogs of northern Europe, where the veil between worlds seems thin, another kind of preservation, a strange alchemy of nature occurs. From the depths of the peat, bodies emerge, their skin, hair, remarkably intact after centuries, and even their facial expressions, frozen in time, remain eerily intact. The bog's acidic, oxygen-poor waters, a unique chemical cocktail, tan the skin, turning it into a leathery shield, and halt decay, preserving soft tissues, muscles, organs, even the contents of their stomachs, in astonishing detail. Many bog bodies bear silent witness to violent ends. Consider the haunting visage of Talon Man, found with a noose cinched tightly around his neck, a grim testament to his final moments, his face so peaceful, so lifelike that he seemed only recently departed from the world of the living. The unfortunate Growball Man's throat was brutally cut, a deep wound stretching from ear to ear. Were these people victims of calculated murder, or were they willingly sacrificed to appease the gods, offerings to the powers that governed their world? The bog bodies, silent storytellers from the past, raise haunting and profound questions. We can even see the faint stubble on Talon Man's chin, a detail that speaks volumes, and we know through careful analysis that his last meal consisted of a simple barley porridge. These intimate details, preserved against all odds, bring these ancient people vividly to life, forcing us to confront not only the harsh realities of their existence, but also the complex and deeply held beliefs that shaped their world. They are far more than just archaeological finds or museum specimens. They are individuals, each with their own unique story etched into their very being. Their bodies, cradled and held in the bog's timeless embrace, connect us, across the vast expanse of time, to the spiritual and social worlds of Iron Age Europe. The bog preserves not just their flesh and bones, defying the natural order, but also the enduring mysteries of their ancient lives, inviting us to contemplate our own place in the grand tapestry of human history. How can a human body resist decay for millennia? The answer: stop the agents of decomposition. Microorganisms, bacteria and fungi, break down organic matter, but only in the right conditions. Preservation requires an environment where these microbes can't survive. Extreme cold, as with Otzi, freezes bacteria and halts decay. Extreme dryness, perfected by Egyptians, removes all moisture, creating a desert for microbes. Natron salt acted as a powerful sponge, dehydrating the body. In bogs, high acidity and low oxygen create a toxic environment for bacteria, while sphagnum moss tans the skin. Each method, ice, sand, or bog, suspends the normal rules of decay. Nature's chemistry, temperature, and chance combine to create these time capsules. The science of stillness is a battle against biology, won by the rarest conditions. These preserved bodies are more than scientific curiosities, they're a bridge to the deep past. When we look at Otzi or Tollenmann, we're seeing the person themselves, not just their artifacts. This connection collapses time, reminding us that ancient people were not so different from us. Otzi's copper axe and tattoos reveal lost technology and medical knowledge. Egyptian mummies let us reconstruct family trees, trace diseases, and understand spiritual beliefs. Each mummy is a personal archive, a biological library of health, diet, and ancestry. The bog bodies, with their signs of violence, force us to confront the darker aspects of the past ritual, sacrifice, and fear. Whether sacrifice or punishment, their bodies are stark reminders of ancient beliefs. These preserved people are a direct physical link to the worlds of our ancestors. They connect us to the spiritual, social, and everyday realities of long-lost cultures. Through them, we glimpse the humanity that endures across millennia. If these bodies could speak, what would they say? Modern science helps us listen to their silent stories. CT scans and MRIs let us look inside without disturbing them, revealing bones, organs, even last meals. Otzi's stomach held ibex meat and einkorn wheat, Tollenmann's barley porridge. These details ground ancient figures in the everyday act of eating. DNA analysis reveals ancestry, eye color, and health risks. Otzi had brown eyes, was lactose intolerant, and at risk for heart disease. This genetic information helps us trace migrations and disease evolution. Even their belongings tell stories. Otzi's axe, an Egyptian's linen, a bog body's woolen cloak. Every item is a clue, helping us reconstruct not just a life, but an entire world. Science is our translator, turning silent remains into vivid narratives. Through these voices, the past becomes personal and real. Every preserved body tells a unique human story. Otzi's is one of conflict and survival. An arrow wound, defensive injuries, a violent end in the mountains. Egyptian mummies tell tales of faith and preparation, like Tutankhamun, buried with treasures for eternity, his body mummified to ensure his spirit's journey. The bog bodies are the most mysterious. Tollenmann's peaceful face suggests ritual sacrifice, perhaps to appease the gods in desperate times. These stories reveal that across cultures and centuries, people grappled with survival, belief, and the meaning of death. Preserved people are not aliens from another world, they are us. Their stories reflect our shared struggles and enduring beliefs. They show our timeless quest for meaning in the face of mortality. Each body is a chapter in humanity's great narrative. Through them, we see ourselves, our hopes, fears, and dreams, mirrored across time. Their stories are our stories, echoing through the ages. We began with a question: what if time could stop for some? The answer lies in the preserved bodies of our ancestors. They are echoes from a distant past, their forms held in impossible stillness. From the Alps to Egypt to the bogs, nature has given us these messengers. They challenge our perceptions, anchoring us to our collective history. To look upon their faces is to feel the weight and wonder of human history. Yet for all we learn, their innermost secrets remain locked in silence. These bodies remind us of our own mortality and the resilience of our species. They are an eternal echo, a quiet whisper